Denise, guess what?
What's Abby?
We got chismes.
Sorry. Hi, guys. Welcome to another episode of We Got Chisme. Chisme. That's right. You cannot hear sounds, right? I was
Mm-mm.
doing the drum thingy. We chisme. I'm Denise, and
Well, it doesn't matter what I say, just gonna say Sabi. So I'm Sabi, Sabicito,
Isabe. Thank you for not saying Xavier.
which is my real name, people.
Well, he's Sabi or Sabicito. Let's call him Sabicito as usual. So today we have a very interesting episode. I hope you all like these stories as much as I do. So the title is gonna be The Secrets We Keep. So story number one, the title is My Wife, 24 female, hid that she can't have kids, and I just found out after 6 years together. I don't know what to do. Yeah. And it comes from the subreddit, one of my favorites as usual, best of Reddit updates.
Of course.
Trigger warning, medical issues, child abandonment, mentions of abuse and
Alcoholism.
alcoholism, death of a loved one, trauma.
Aw.
I know. So the original post was in October 18, 2025, so it was recent. And it says, my wife, 24 female, and and he's so because the title say my wife, 24 female, and I, 27 male. So those are the ages because he doesn't repeat it after. So it says, my wife and I have been together for 6 years and married for 3. We have built a happy marriage and a stable and comfortable life. Once everything felt settled, we decided to start a family. From the beginning, I was clear about wanting a big family, 4 or 5 kids, and she always said she was on board. After a year of trying with no success, I got myself checked, and everything came back fine. That's when she sat me down for a serious talk. She finally told me that before we got together, she had a medical procedure due to some health issues, and she's known this entire time that her chances of getting pregnant were negligible. I just went numb. Everything after that felt like a blur. She broke down crying and apologized over and over. I could not process it, and I just left despite her begging me to stay and talk. It's been 3 days. I've just been drifting around the city and staying with my sister. After non-stop barrage of calls and messages from my wife, I snapped and destroyed my phone to get some peace. So, no contact for 3 days. My sister went to her place to grab some work stuff for me and say my wife is completely shattered. She kept begging my sister to convince me to come home and talk to her. I don't know what to do. I don't even know what hurts more. Her hiding it from me all these years, letting me believe we had a real chance, or the fact that I still cannot bring myself to hate her. My mind keeps spiraling, and now I don't feel ready to face her or talk about it. I just feel lost. What should I do?
Oh my. Let's go to some context first. Any comments on those?
There is some comments, yes, but do you want to have an opinion for the comments?
No, no, you're not gonna treat me this time. Let's read the comments first, because the last few times that I always told you to read me the comments first, I always end changing my mind after you read those comments. So a little
To trick you. I just want to know your opinion, and then we get
comments, and then we go back and I give my honest opinion on this matter.
okay. If this were me,
Mhm.
I would be like, if I was a guy and the girl lied to me, I would be sad that she lied to me, that she felt like she had to lie instead of telling me. Okay,
Well, anybody but
not for us.
me.
Yeah, I will feel a little bit sad.
I mean, it's like you didn't have the confidence to. let me know, you know,
Mhm.
like if you're like partners in crime, like what the heck? So obviously people feel betrayed in some type of way,
Yeah.
like just like stabbing some plastic knife on the back. It hurts, but it doesn't help. Hurt deep, but still, there's something helps. So
Like it doesn't
um,
cut too deep, but
I
it's
hate you. You still making me say my thoughts before the comments.
I
Read the comment. Read the
I was hoping you would acknowledge, but okay.
read the read the comments. Thank you.
So the first comment says, just go your separate ways. You're both still young. You have plenty of time to have your big family, and she will find someone else. OP responds, I really love her. I feel like my head is going to explode with all the thoughts. And then commenter two says, she says the chances of getting pregnant are negligible. Has she been checked recently? Medical advances happen regularly. Has she ever had a second opinion? Or was she just told pregnancy is unlikely? Does she want kids or is IVF a possibility? Adoption. The fact she hid this is atrocious, but you need to talk to her. If you want kids and she doesn't or cannot, then this marriage is over. And then Opie says, as I say, I have not even gotten to the bottom of this. Once the truth hit me, I was like an autopilot. I did not hear anything. I believe I should talk to her, but my mind keeps questioning. That's all we have.
Well, I mean, that's fine, but like they say, they're still quite young. I was like 24 already, his wife. I'm like, wow, that's early.
She's 24 and he's 27.
Yeah, but for her at
Maybe
24, you know,
years.
they're still pretty young. They're below the 30 years old. Oh my God, I cannot believe that. I'm saying these words because I'm whatever, the age, I guess. Pero they're still quite young, If I think it's important at this point of his age, specifically for him to listen and despite he love her and everything. If that's something that they don't agree on now, it's not like we have read the story before. Like if they don't agree now, like what make you think you're gonna make her change her mind down the road per se? Because I know a couple, when I ex couple, they were married for 10 years.
Wow.
In this case, the husband was the one who didn't want kids, but the wife always wanted a kid. So what happened? After 10 long years, he cheated on her. So she just, very simple, very civilized. She just pick up her shit and left. And 6 months after, she finds somebody else and she remarry and she trying to have kids with that person, but unfortunately, her biological clock have already lapsed by then. So, you never know.
It's crazy. That's crazy because she stayed with this guy even though she
Yeah,
wanted to have kids. And
yeah.
he went and cheated on her.
But this is what I'm telling you. It's like for this young couple, um, it's best if they listen to what they want one another, and then if that doesn't agree, that doesn't mean she might change her mind down the road or might not. Um, but it's best if she wants kids, because this can lead to now it's okay because the lovey bird phase pretty much. But down the road, once they get together, they may marry, they live together, then these little arguments that it's hurting him so bad now, it's going to turn into like a huge, nasty argument about this. And at the end of the day, it might hurt the relationship even harder.
They've been married for 3 years. They've been together for 6 years, married for three.
I know, but
It's not the lovey face anymore.
yeah,
It's just the fact. I mean, I don't think she doesn't want kids. I think it's the fact that she knew that she cannot have kids, and she didn't tell him that.
yeah. Pero, I mean, if they still want to, like 15 different
Anyway.
ways to get them. So
Hmm.
that's if she cannot have kids, then that's an easy fix. I think. Pero, tú sabes, it's not like it's gonna become, because men's are very um proud. Um, and sometimes they say like, oh, if it doesn't come from me, it's not my kid, and you know,
You
the
know?
the manhood coming out of their shelf. Um, so yeah, it's up to them. Then whether they want to have, don't want to have, but they can have.
Yeah,
It's not gonna be coming from their insides.
I know. Well, update.
Oh, y have another. Uy, pendeja, chita esta. Who are evil.
So update.
Mm,
I posted the first one. I'm sorry. The update came from October 27, 2025, which is 9 days later.
Tan, tan,
Yes,
tan.
I posted the first one from my laptop while working, just venting everything I felt at the moment. And I think it came off one-sided. So I want to give more context and clear up a few things. People kept asking, sorry if this isn't super coherent. Sam is looking at me. I'm sorry. Some context about her I already knew. She's an only child. Her family live paycheck to paycheck. Her mom left when she was 13, and her dad raised her alone. He later turned alcoholic and abusive. When we met around 18, she already had anxiety, abandonment, and trust issues. Her dad died when she was 19. Early in our relationship, I helped her get some therapy. However, I called Anna and she leaned on me for everything. After her dad passed, I moved her in and my family became hers. A lot of you told me to face it, and my mom also called saying the same. So the next morning I went home. She was a mess, and the house too. When she saw me, she just froze for a second, then broke down and came to me crying and apologizing. I got her to sit down and calm, made something for us, and we finally talked. The part she'd hidden when she was 16, she had surgery to remove a cyst in her ovary. There were complications that caused internal scarring, and doctors told her a toned down version of natural pregnancy was extremely unlikely. That surgery put her dad into debt. Later, he spiraled into alcohol, stopped coming home, blamed her for being damaged goods like her mom, always fucking up his life, and started harassing her. That messed her up. She never had a checkup after that. Before we met, she was broke and barely coping with everything. After we got together, she said she didn't have the courage to find out more, scared of what she might hear, and terrified of losing me if I found out. She hoped for a miracle after reading stories of women getting pregnant despite similar issues. Everything fell apart when I brought up getting checked. I got myself checked secretly just to be sure so I would not stress her unnecessarily. Upon hearing her out, I lost my cool and I went off on her for hiding something so serious. I told her I needed space and asked her to stay with my parents for a while so I could think clearly. She broke down, begged me not to leave, and said she'd do anything to make it work. I dropped her off at my parents' place. By day two, I realized I genuinely miss her. The house felt empty without her. I brought her back home. What she did hurt me deeply, but I realized I could not just throw her away like some of you say because I still love her. We are not talking much right now. I'm still processing it all. Taking one step at a time, many point out that if she hit something this serious, she could be hiding more. Honestly, that makes me uneasy. And we have some comments too before you yell at me again. The first commenter says, I was one of those who say that she's hiding, if she's hiding this, then what else is she hiding? But this added information adds that she has massive trauma, and now I understand why she had secret hopes instead of just addressing this. Get her to a specialist. Her body might carry a child with some intervention. Also, she needs intense and regular counseling about her family. Her dad dying of alcoholism is not her fault. If she does get emotionally If she does emotional work and is open with you about everything from now on, you might get through this and be a stronger couple. And then Opie answers and says, I am thinking about getting counseling as everyone mentioned first, and then explore options with a specialist on fertility. That's a good plan, to be honest. And then the second person is like, here's the honest truth. Women who go through significant trauma at the hands of their parents can escape into marriage young to try and feel safe. Sometimes it works, but sometimes it's just a trauma bomb waiting to explode. She had a lot of unprocessed grief and trauma that a healthy person would have dealt with before getting married. So it's not you, and it's kind of even her. But she needs serious deep therapy. If you love her, get her that. I'm not a doctor, but she may have eggs that can be harvested, but she needs to deal with the trauma first. You sound like a good man. Even if you end up separating, just know that she came to you as a safe space after years of abuse. And then Opium answer, currently I am not thinking about separation. I am more hurt on the lying part. I want to talk heart to heart with her. Everyone here is rushing me to do things, but I am literally walking on eggshells right now. Yeah.
But I think they are in a better position as than the first post, honestly. So it is, even though he feels like walking on eggshelf, it's better in eggshelf that can break while you walk through it than to be glass that you might bleed when you walk through it. So you're not walking on the fine glass anymore. Before you were. Now you're not. Um, but yeah, this is something fixable. Of course, she betrayed his trust, and that's something that we need take some time to recover. But he even provide himself the answer by saying like this house is empty without her, and he went and picked her up from his parents' house. So that already speak a bunch on his behalf and how he feels about her. So I think they might need to go a little bit to some counseling sections as a couple. And after that, I think that's something definitely very welcome. Yeah, it wasn't that bad, it's so he also need to understand like the poor girl being through so very traumatic experience.
Um,
Her mom having being bullied by the dad that because she got sick, something of that she can have no control whatsoever. And on top of that, he passing because of his own addiction. And she stayed by herself, and then he came, the savior, came to save her. And of course, she will
was nervous about telling him and losing that.
on losing that only good thing that probably has happened to her in her
Yeah.
for
Because
years that she's in this earth.
like, you have to understand it was not just him, because his family became her family.
Exactly.
That's all she had. And she was afraid that if she says something, he was gonna
She might
break up
lose,
with her.
and she might lose everything that
Everything.
she ever probably wanted it to. So, my dude, you need to call her some slack because
Yeah.
I understand he's hurt and all that, but at the end of the day, come on. Um, he also need to put himself in her shoes
Yeah. I was just thinking that. Yes.
because once you see something from the other person's perspective, things
Mhm.
very differently than when you look from your own point of view.
Yeah. I mean that's something very important when you're in a relationship. You cannot just focus on what you want or what you like. You have to think about the other person's perspective all
Mhm.
the time. Not everybody is the same. Not everybody thinks equally.
True.
Yeah.
And that's why we have to shift sometimes and think like, why would this person do this? Like, okay, it's like that, like that, like that. Oh, maybe that's why. It's understandable. But
Yes.
when you are just from your point of view, it's like, why you did this? Why you hide this from me? Who you think you are? What else are
Mhm.
you hiding from me? Which pretty much how the guy sounds. Writing the post. The first one at least.
Yeah. First one. The second one, he gave more context about her, and now we understand where she
A little
came.
bit more. Yes.
Yeah. Well, best of luck to
Best of
both.
luck. Go to some couple therapies that will help you tremendously, and you will guys will get through this. Still hope for her. So just carry on, and you seems like a lovely couple. So Keep
Yeah.
me go.
Hopefully, this is just a rough chapter and you're gonna end up with everything you want.
And this is gonna make them just stronger.
Hmm. Okay, let's move on to story
Oh,
number two.
excuse me.
Hi, Suki.
Oh,
Oh my goodness, Suki wanted to say hi to everyone.
well, Suki just want. Can you please sit? No, don't sit there. Girl, I'm sorry. Hi, Mama.
Okay, she wants some
Baby.
love. She
Baby.
can listen to the podcast.
Yeah, she even though she's being next to me the whole day because I work from home today, and she
That's
was
okay.
sleeping next to me and bothering me, and she's even jumping on my on my desk. I'm like in front of the computer for me to pet her, and she lay on top of my keyboard.
She was demanding attention.
Yeah, it's like give me attention, mommy. Get down the table, please. Here, sit here. No, 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 no.
Yeah, Dad,
Hi.
I love
Yeah,
you.
I know. I love you too. Mwah, besitos. Mwah. Your ass
Bye-bye.
down. Sit your ass down. Thank you.
Okay, after we had some Suki time, we're going to
Story
story
number
two.
two.
Yay! So this one comes from the subreddit relationships.
Mhm.
And the title is, Am I the asshole for telling on the guy I was dating to his wife and blowing up a, in quotes, perfect family? So I found myself single in my 30s after a 10-year engagement ended, and I had to re-enter the dating scene. Being a work from home, social circle the size of a Cheerio, pick up groceries kind of girly, I inevitably had to
Mhm.
resort to online dating apps. I matched with a guy, super cute, similar interests, seemed nice enough. We chatted for a bit. Didn't seem like a serial killer, so we went on a few dates. We had no social media presence at, I'm sorry, he had no social media presence at all. Veteran, Army Ranger, wore the hat hoodie as proof, in quotes. Like dogs and hiking, we had great chemistry and the conversations flow effortlessly. So far, no red flags. Maybe dating in your 30s is not as bad as they say. Wrong. After a few weeks, we had only ever been to my house, never his. I wanted to see his house, meet his dogs, make sure he did not have a bare mattress on the floor, etc. Eventually, I kind of put my foot down and say that the next time we spend the night together, it will be at his house. He hesitated a bit and eventually say, "Well, those are all certainly words." What? The alarm bells be ringing and the red flags be flapping in the breeze at this point. Eventually, after gathering my girls together and going full investigator mode, and parentheses says, I'm talking looking up property records, Google Maps Street View, and of course, a good old-fashioned Facebook stalk, like the whole thing. Like she went FBI with her girlies. We found out that he's married with 6
El
kids.
diablo.
A little side comment. How the heck you have time for these when you have 6 kids? Okay,
No sé, but that tells you like he's not a good type that is around.
not a good dad or husband, so.
Yeah.
Anyway, she continues. He may not have a social media presence, but his wife sure did. They were the real deal. Christmas pictures in matching PJs, mushy gushy anniversary posts about the life they had built together. To
Oh,
top it all off, her first husband had died in Afghanistan, and his job was, you guessed it, an army ranger. In
he had to
parentheses,
die.
yeah, parentheses, while it's possible they both were Rangers, I had introduced him to a friend that was also a veteran, and my friends say he did not act like one and doubted he had ever served. At this point, I was pissed. Not only had he lied to me, but he lied to his wife, who seemed all in all like a good person, who certainly didn't deserve his bullcrap. Plus, don't even get me started on the whole stolen valor thing. I don't know. Stolen valor thing. I'm guessing the stolen Army Ranger thing.
Mm.
I'm not 100% sure. Okay. I knew I had to tell her since I had want someone to tell me if I was in her shoes. I use my notes app on my phone to craft a message. Edit, edit it a million times, send it to my girls for their edits, then let it read. I provided screenshots of his Tinder profile as evidence. She was obviously heartbroken and doubtful at first, but I had the receipts. He never messaged me again, but based on his Tinder location, which he kept active, he left the state for a while. Her social media profiles have since been scrubbed of all evidence of his existence. On one hand, I feel guilty for blowing up their perfect family, but on the other hand, he did it to himself by acting like a douche. I don't think I am, but I'm searching for validation. So Reddit, am I the asshole? And to anyone else navigating the dating scene in your 30s, Godspeed. What do we think? I don't think she's the asshole.
Denise, you would never think she's the asshole because she'd be like, he deserved that shit. Like, how dare him? Why this cheating on her wife? That's your point of view.
Of course. What's yours?
You see, people? Que alguien no hay cambio en esta mente. Um,
What's your point of view?
well, damn. You remember how I react how when you read the story about the guy who just left his wife and had two baby to go to a party?
Yeah.
And there was two babies. This one has six. So what do you think?
Yeah. So you think the same?
Unfortunately, yes.
You made a big deal of
No, but this one, yes, because honestly, again, when you have children involved, it's things completely change drastically. It's not even for your own sake, and especially if you love someone so much that you have the courage. I must say this again, that you have the courage to have six kids, six,
and then go and cheat on your wife.
and then you're just going and nah, look for eye candy. Well,
Amazing.
look for not eye candy, but looking for a side candy. No,
This is one more
like my
story that makes you think about social media, about what you portray, and everybody thinks that they have the perfect happy family. Meanwhile, you don't know what's happening behind the scenes.
yeah. I believe like people who don't have social media, those are usually hiding shit.
Yeah. But the thing is that she was posting social media posts. She was posting all the happy things that happened, all the matching PJs,
Of
and
course,
she was
that's
happy.
good.
Like her reality was happiness.
But
Meanwhile,
he
this mother
under
hmm,
under
was
that.
doing things. Ugh.
No, no. He was getting his lollipop bouncing around. I know, it's okay. It's okay. But at least she have the courage to
Leave him.
leave him. Because with six kids, it's not, many people might think like, let's work this out, this is happening, yada yada.
Yeah.
The victim, he's the provider, let's keep it. But at least she have the courage to look for herself,
Mhm.
for her own happiness and the happiness of their kids. And for all of you who are listening to this and think like a marriage cannot be broke up because of the kids, I'm sorry to advise you, but you're wrong. Sometimes we kids prefer to see you guys separate and happy in your own way than seeing you all like savvy and cranky and yelling one another all the time.
Yep. 100%.
Yeah.
Yep. You can be a good parent, but you
And
can
not being together.
actually do not stay in that bad marriage just because of kids.
Indeed. So good for her. You're not the asshole.
Hmm.
You play the mistress role without knowing. It happens. You were in the dark. It's not like somebody you knew, and as soon as you knew, you at the best of your ability. and you just help another female to know the truth of her reality.
Yeah, and do not give up on finding your special person on dating apps because I found my person in dating apps. I met Adam and Bumble. Hello,
Bumblebee.
Bumblebee and Bumble. The funny thing, the only reason we matched was because I switched jobs and I started working closer to where he lived. So his radius was very small and mine too. So since I started working
In there.
like close to him, we match.
You see, life is funny. Brings you something when you're not looking for it.
I mean, dating apps, technically, you are looking for it. You're swiping left or right. Even though when I remember that I was swiping out of like I was bored. I was at this job I just started. There was nothing to do. It was like very slow.
I'm
And I
like,
was
yeah,
just,
let's see what Prince Charming can I look it up.
let's see what's here.
Let's see
And
what's the menu around here.
yeah. And you know what? I do not regret it. So I was saying do not lose hope. You the right person is out there. I found that a lot of people did as well. I know a lot of people that have met their significant other and dating apps. So best of luck. Just keep trying.
That's true.
Yeah.
And you know, the key is to get to know one another before jumping into from
Mhm.
getting to know one another to marriage in overnight, like a lot of people do.
Yeah.
Anyhow, that's how the name met Mr. Aaron. Um, and a story for you guys. Still hope with dating apps, even though you have to undoes a lot of frauds first. And some of those frauds you have to toss away to find the good fraud that might shine your heart.
Frank that can become a
I don't
prince.
know about a game, but the fraud shines. That's what I'm saying.
Hey, it can be the Prince Charming. Mine is my
Well,
Prince.
that's not your Prince Charming. He turned into your Superman, you say.
Oh, yeah, he's my Superman.
There you
He
go.
he can be a lot of things at the same time. He can be my Prince Charming and my Superman at the same time.
All right, let's move on to the next story, people. Because Denise is turning pink like her sweater.
Oh my goodness.
Like,
Okay, so before we move on though,
lo que pasa cuando estás crazy in love. What was that?
before we move on, we can read some comments. I mean, it's basically the same that we say. Like the top comment is like, uh, he f he fuck FAFO, like I think it's fuck around, find out, and pay
Did you
for
find out?
best of luck moving forward. There are better people to be found out there. And the second one is like, no, the asshole, you did not blow up his perfect family. He did. All you did was warn his wife to get out of the blast zone. Glad she ended up believing you and doing the right thing. And I think OP only comments in a few things, but it's people saying like fake. This looks like it was written by a Hollywood screenwriter or someone who aspires to be one. And
Hey,
then it says, LOL, I am flattered you think my writing is so well, so it could be written by a Hollywood screenwriter.
I would have been saying the same thing.
Oh, but you know what? I think it's true. There is a lot of stories out there about this kind of thing. So
Who knows? Who knows? Probably he's another one of those of the Tinder swinger.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
He might be one of those. Who knows?
Maybe, who knows? Okay, now we can move on to the next story.
Okay.
So, uh, give me a sec.
Take two sex.
No, I was just seeing that I didn't put the link for this one. Whoops, sorry.
Okay, I can look it up. No
I will
worries.
look it up later, yeah. So the next story, it was originally posted to True of My Chest, but it's now posted in the Best of Redditor update. And the title is I found my wife's secret Google account and I'm sick to my stomach.
Secret
Trigger,
account.
yes.
This looks promising. Let's
Trigger warning, cyber stalking and obsession.
sabe what?
Cyber talking.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. I understood something else. Go ahead.
Okay. Original post, March 17, 2024. Ah, today's before my birthday. Okay. Obligatory sorry for mobile formatting. I, male 36, met my wife, Bailey, female 33, 9 years ago through mutual coworkers, and we hit it off immediately. I fell absolutely head over heels with this woman. She was everything I was looking for. I had gotten out of a toxic, dare I say, abusive, long-term relationship right before that with a woman named Bailey. Had been, huh?
With
Why did she,
great,
why
these
Bailey?
Bailey his girls now.
No, because she put Bailey in like quotes,
Hmm.
so she was changing her wife name for
Okay,
privacy.
I guess so.
But the thing is that, well, anyway, let's just say.
Let's keep going. Let's see where it goes.
So I had gotten out of a toxic, dare I say, abusive, long-term relationship right before with a woman. Oh, with a woman Bailey had been acquainted with, but not friends with. Okay, so she
You knew
knew.
the other girl.
So I had her blocked on everything and had no contact since her break. I mean, with her since breaking up. We got married right after the tail end of the pandemic. Bought our first house together, and started trying to conceive. That was difficult because Bailey has PCOS. But last year, she finally gave birth to her first daughter. I'm
Oh,
having a blast being a dad. It's kind of a dream come true. I finally got my happy life with my perfect wife. My perfect wife until last Monday. My laptop's battery shit the bed. So I open up Bailey's work tablet with an attached keyboard, like so you can set it up as like a monitor to check on some tax stuff. She was not home. It was just me and the baby. But we have never asked permissions to use each other's devices. We have always been open like that. There is nothing for us to hide. That's what I thought. When I opened up the internet, I noticed she had the incognito tab open. Never in a million years did I expect to discover what I did. My wife has a secret Google account with a photo album saved as XX. So I click on it, like the letter X.
mhm.
So so I click on it. Did I discover an affair? Nudes? Nope. In this Google album were over 348 actually, photos of my ex. The woman I was see, the woman I was with right before I met Bailey, the woman who tormented me and made me feel worthless. The album say it was started back right around the time Bailey and I started dating and was updated as recently as 2 weeks ago. The photos range from candid shots with family to pictures at her work functions. There were even pictures from her yearbook. I don't know how Bailey could have found her high school yearbook photos. Photos from vacations, ID photos from work, pictures of her in crowds, screenshots of videos, and screen recordings of videos. Just her. The other people in the photos will be scribbled out, or the photo will be cropped and zoomed in just on my ex.
Creepy.
Yeah, there was other disturbing things I found too. There was another album with just zoomed out pictures of my ex's hair. Come to think of it, Bailey
Hair.
had hair.
Okay, okay, cool. This is getting
Come
weird.
to think of it, Bailey had recently started wearing her hair different, and my ex had a very identifiable hair type. There was another album with screenshots of comments on social media. Of course, I cannot find them because I have her blog, like Facebook groups she's in and public posts. And my ex is very low key on social media. I cannot imagine the lengths Bailey went to find them. My ex literally lives in another country now. There were also different links to the exact outfits she was wearing, like a specific blouses and trousers you had to really go looking for, a specific water bottle I remember her purchasing, and identical hiking boots and sandals. So basically, my partner of almost a decade has been single white femaling my ex-girlfriend, has secretly stalked her to the point of buying her exact clothes and changing her hair. And now I'm starting to realize Bailey's new interests over the years were just my exes. Bailey has turned herself into my ex. Everything feels like a lie, or love feels like a lie. The things we share feel like a lie. I threw up and had a panic attack. I looked at our daughter and felt betrayed. I have not confronted her yet. I don't know what I want to do. I want to run away with our daughter. I want to print out all the pictures, leave them on the table, and disappear. I do not know what to do. I just want to throw up. What will you do?
I mean, Papito, bájale back it. She needs to like turn down a notch on that. But that's fucking bizarre though. So she's pretty much obsessed with this girl, and she's trying to imitate
Mm-hmm,
everything of her. Huh.
mm-hmm.
Wonder why. Maybe she feel insecure. But hey, at least it was not an affair. I mean, what she's doing is creepy as fuck, but at least she's trying to be someone
Like
who you like, even though she's been trying to be somebody else. Or maybe she's obsessed with your ex because they were acquaintances before. Or maybe she's in love with your ex.
the pictures, okay, the pictures started when they started dating, right? Yeah. The album say it was started back right around the time Bailey and I started dating.
Uh, so you think like her ex was like, okay, get with him, get to know him, he like be like me, and then let's see how far, and then you're gonna smash his heart later.
10 years later and a kid later, I don't think so.
But maybe it might start that way, and maybe she really fall for the guy, and it could
But
be.
you know what I'm thinking? Because she was acquaintance with, okay, I haven't, there's an update, but I have not read it. So my thing is, I think,
Yes.
what if she knew, because she knew these ex before, right? They were acquaintances. So what if they got, like, she liked him when he was with her, with the ex. And then when they break up, she was like, I need to get him, so I need to act like his ex to get him. So be like her. So she tried to change and be that person to be perfect for him. Because he broke up with the ex because it was very abusive and it was toxic, the relationship. But maybe in her head, she thinks he just didn't like that, but he did like how she looks.
And the rest of the stuff that she brought up. So
Uh-huh.
could
So
be.
maybe why?
But again, she's impersonating somebody different. Like she's not being herself. So it's
So
like I
he
understand him. He feels like I don't know you now.
Exactly. But he did, I get that. But I'm saying he did say, she's everything I was looking for when he fell in love with her. So what if she was already basically dressing up like her ex? Just her personality was perfect, but physically she was looking like her. So he had everything he was looking for. He had the looks of his ex that he liked and the perfect personality, let's say, for him.
Better like an upgraded version without the abusive part.
Mhm. That's what I mean. So I don't know. This is what I think.
Let's yes, please. Let's go with the update before I
Let's read some comments because there is some relevant comments, and then we go to the update.
okay.
So the first comment says, "Holy cow, that definitely is alarming. The best thing to do is address it now to see what will change. If she's no longer if she oh okay so sorry. The best thing to do is address it now to see what will change if she no longer has someone to replicate. Huh? I'm guessing how she's gonna change if she doesn't have someone to replicate. The toxic side of me will slowly start mentioning things like, you really do remind me of someone. I nonchalantly bite into an apple and walk away. Okay, that's petty. So OP says, I feel like what's worse is that she subtly made these changes over time under my nose. So my ex has a specific career, and Bailey did not express interest in switching careers to the exact same thing until after I had mentioned what my ex did. Did not notice at the time, but I remember telling her ex went to school for that. The hair was more recent, the outfits and objects slowly over time. The interest, I am not sure how much she's stolen personality-wise from my ex and what she actually likes. It's all incredibly exhausting and confusing. Okay, mister, first of all, why are you mentioning my ex went to school for that? And now I'm thinking that you maybe mentioned her a lot, and this is why she's doing this. We'll see. So, I think there's some other comments. Oh, somebody says, I'm so sorry. This sounds like something out of creepypasta. I don't know what that means. But then he's like, I am actually surprised with the amount of support I've gotten on here in the last hour. Believe it or not, there are no other red flags in our marriage. Now I don't know what else I have missed. And then he added, while I talk about my ex, most of the things I told my wife about her were negative and paint her in such not a good light. My wife knows these things and know they were traumatic. Of course, I've mentioned things like what she does for a living and things she used to do. I think everything else she found, she got some so through intense cyber stalking through my ex's friends and family. The yearbooks photos, I have no idea. Okay, so I remember this post was original on March 17, 2024. And then the second update comes in July 7, 2024. So like months later. So he's like, I'm pretty sure I accidentally got my original post removed just now because I tried to update it with a link to my update. Oops. Anyway, I'm the guy who found the Google Drive full of pictures of my ex. So I was not expecting my original post to go viral on YouTube and TikTok and have so many responses. Yikes. I am overwhelmed by the support. I am humbled by the number of people who have been through this experience on both sides. I have an update, but it's probably not as exciting and juicy as you want. It's not bad though. First, let me clear things up. If people think this post is fake because it does not make sense or trying to conceive timeline is short, or the way I worded things makes it look like a teenager woman wrote it, continue to think that because it means I have successfully been big enough and worded things to not accidentally dox myself. Believe this is a creative writing experience, so I do not embarrass myself for real. Like, be for real. He's like, no, I didn't actually throw up. I was in the middle of a panic attack. Private browsing. Tabs were open on the websites to clothing and objects. Another tab was signed into Google Photos. When I exited the Google Photo tab to look at the websites with clothing and came back, it was already signed out and I could not get back in. A lot of the clothing I recognized was not because I remember my ex wearing them. There were more recent pictures of her in the file wearing them. I remember the day Bailey bought the water bottles that also happened to be in the folder. The hair. Bailey and my ex are the same race, and my ex wore braids in a particular way. Not so particular that it is exclusive to my ex because Bailey has also worn different braids, but seeing pictures of her made me put two and two together. Is there any way Bailey could have gotten with me in an attempt to get to my ex? Was Bailey possibly obsessed with my ex before she met me? Probably not, because Bailey grew up here and my ex originally moved here for university. And while you can drive across the border, it's not that easy. And I do not think Bailey was going back and forth to stalk her in person. Also, the reasons why my ex and I broke up have nothing to do with Bailey, and she could not have had any involvement. Now, until the actual update. The next day, when I had calmed down, I called several social workers and therapists. I was planning to confront her there. Unfortunately, the place that takes her insurance did not have an opening for another couple of weeks. So, despite what a lot of you think, I've known my wife for nearly a decade. And even while I was confused and upset and doubting things, I didn't think she will be a danger to me. We took baby to grandma's and I asked her to go for a walk with me. I did not beat around the bush and straight up told her I found the folder. Her face got very red and she was frozen, but I also tried to play dumb at first. I was persistent, and she started crying and begged me not to leave her. This is what I uncovered. Bailey first started looking up for my ex out of curiosity, to keep tabs, I guess. But over time, it became more pathological. It's like she got addicted to it, but she also wanted to please me. Okay, maybe I talk about my ex a lot more than I thought. And Bailey wanted to emulate the good parts. She told me she really does not know who she is. And my ex's image was something she latched onto because she had me first. Finding information about her became a game. Finding the clothing and objects became a game. By searching things like blue water bottle, green stripe, until she could compare the product to photo and find the exact one. The reason why I could not find the post was not because I had blocked my ex, but because my ex had made a new Facebook under a different name. Bailey found her profile by searching up a family member. She made fake social media and added enough mutual friends until she could see my ex's post on until her private Instagram accepted her. She whistled her way into her exercise Facebook group where the videos were posted and searched her school on a yearbook website to find the yearbook pictures. Over time, she just collected the images and will get excited to find something new, despite the fact that my ex is extremely private on social media. The folder had originally been called her Hex the X. In case I discover it, she was going to make the excuse of saving the pictures to put a hex on her. When she made a burner Google account, she deleted the old folder and named the new one XX. Then she got sloppy and comfortable, and that's right around the time I just happened to find it on the work tablet. We took a break. It was a while. We made it to couples counseling, and Bailey and I also began seeing separate therapists. She still has not had an assessment with a psychiatrist, but it's on the list. She promised to stop and deleted the album in front of me. Slowly, certain clothing began to disappear from the closet. I still do not entirely trust her, and that is for me to work on. I'm afraid she has another secret account somewhere, like a backup. The physical mimicking is actually stopping, though, including the hair change. We're still not okay. I want us to be okay, and it's okay if that takes time. If we end up not being okay, then that's something I have to deal with. What I do know is that my wife is incredibly insecure, probably mentally ill, and is misled. I do not really want to walk away from that. Although this probably isn't the most exciting update, I appreciate the private messages. I just could not get back to it. Reddit cares and links to resources. I am not sure how I feel about social media. YouTube and TikTok picking up on my story, though, that's wild. Until next time, if I ever give another update, I hope it's a good one.
Mental. But again, he has the fault because why the heck are you keep opening your mouth so much for talking about your ex?
Thank you. You see? That's the vibe that gave me.
Like,
Stop
why?
it.
So of course you're gonna make her insecure. So
Mhm.
your constant comment make her to leave that way. Now it's just a problem for you. But you cause it.
And you know how I got that vibe only because of the comment that he was like, "Oh, my ex went to school for that." Do you know that you can just say, "I know some people that went to school for
Someone
that."
who went to school for the same, but not like specifically my ex. Like,
Exactly. You can just say it in general, like, "I know some people that went to school for that."
mm-hmm. But yeah, my dude, she was just trying to please you. Maybe she can carry away a little bit too much.
Maybe a game.
A bit too much. Maybe she got into a role play on her head that she is your ex. Who knows? Um, but at least we're glad that you guys are working things through. Hopefully you're gonna sort that out. And my boy, I hope you learn your lessons. Stop opening your mouth talking about its previous people. And since you're starting seeing the changing on her, like she's saying, start resembling your ex, start resembling your ex, and the clothing start disappearing little by little. So that's a good sign. So she's
Mhm.
becoming to her old self. So I would call her some slack, honestly. And he is doing so, little by little and trying to heal properly, which is good. But don't come and point fingers when you start a shit, boy.
If I were him, I would recognize what I did. I would recognize, maybe she went too far, but I will keep tabs of the ex now,
Yeah.
and I will see how she gets dressed, and I will see if my wife is still doing it or
No,
not.
because that's gonna make you unhealthy. You're gonna be like paranoid, you know? It's not like you're not gonna come out of that trust issue.
But if
But
you're an overthinker, it's hard to let it go.
that's why he's doing psychologist too.
No, that's true. That's true. They have couples counseling and they have their own
There's
person.
no exactly. So if he do what you're saying, then he is not healing. He's just putting salt to the wound.
Yes, that's a good point.
Hmm. So people please have been psychotic
Stop stalking the ex.
or being the ex,
Being
impersonating the ex.
personally.
Um, but like he said, she might be a little bit insecure and since he talks so wonderfully about her, so that might be her escape to bury all her insecurities.
Plus, if you fell in love with her when you just met her, she was not your ex yet. She was not obsessed yet.
Yeah, but you have to think about it. Like how it's not like you're gonna be thinking like, huh, she dressed like my ex all the time. That's the last thing that will come to your head.
I mean, he just noticed that now,
After how many years?
how many years? Because he didn't have his ex in
He
social,
didn't have in social media.
so he never knew how she was changing or what she was doing.
The years. Yeah.
He just noticed it now.
So he opened the folder and saw.
Yes, exactly.
Well,
No,
maybe
I think he
fine.
would be a good detective. I think this girl should go into the police or something because she
No,
will
not really.
she'll be really good at stalking people for a living.
I know she should become a detective.
She can be like a private PI.
Yeah, to space good. Um, when you find a job, of course, but when you don't find a job,
True. But
uh,
with this experience, you might.
you have how many years experience?
Yep.
But yeah, so at the end of the day, she built a trauma without noticing. So sometimes we have to be a little bit self-conscious, slip that come out of our mouth.
Yeah.
Other people might receive it in not the same way that we intend to get our point across.
Mhm.
Hmm. Anyhow, enough about these psychotic people. Next one.
Next one. So the next one comes from the same subreddit, best subreddit updates, because it's my favorite subreddit. And the title is I stalked my husband for 2 years before I formally met him. Are you ready for more psychotic things?
I was about to say, like, didn't we just finish the psychotic one and we jumping into another? Okay, let's go. Let's say there's all over the
More
place.
secrets, more secrets. So it says, I stalked my husband for 2 years before I formally met him. So it was originally posted to Off My Chest. Original post was June 30, 2023. I, 24 female, married my husband, 28 male, about a year and a half ago. The first time I saw my husband, I was a freshman in high school. He was a freshman in college. He was walking his dog at the park when he stopped to talk to my brother, 27 male, because they happened to go to high school together. That was the moment I became hooked. The same day I found his Instagram, his family's social media, and also where he lives, since my brother offered to walk him home while I tag along. When I got home that day, I knew I wanted him. But of course, I was only 14 while he was 18, so I came up with a plan. I found out his younger brother was only 1 year younger than me and would be attending my current high school. I figured that I had to befriend his younger brother by any means possible. Next year, when he moves up as a freshman, while I become a sophomore, and I did. It took around halfway of my junior year where we became best friends, and he invited me over regularly to his house to hang out. This is where I was able to befriend my current husband's mom. And God, did she love to talk about him. From her, I found out what college he goes to, his past girlfriends, and what his elementary and middle school was, his favorite and his least favorite foods, his pet peeves, what he likes, etc., etc. Eventually, when my visits started getting more and more frequent, I formally met current husband again. Current husband, I'll call him E, will come over every other week and stay for either Friday to Sunday or Saturday to Sunday. On those days, I specifically will wear the cutest outfits to impress him and also joke around with him a lot. Okay, eventually I befriended him as well. A little background on E. He is the school record holder for a certain sport at my school, which I just so happened to do. And around halfway through my senior year, E came back with during the reason to help coach. Oh, I'm sorry, during the season to help coach the current high school athletes, which included me, in order to get some volunteer work hours in. And I got to spend a lot more time with him. I love every second of it. We were friends before and then became much closer since I got to spend lots of extra time with him after school, where sometimes he will even drive me home since we live relatively close. Fast forward to when I had to move away to New York City for college. He moved with me since he coincidentally got a job near my college. Edit. I lied. It was not a coincidence. I found out he got a job offer and applied to a college nearby his workplace. Being each other's only friends in a new state, we became incredibly close. We started dating when I was almost a sophomore year of college. He proposed to me after I graduated, and we just got married almost a year ago. He knows absolutely nothing about how I truly know him and believes it is fate that brought us together through his younger brother. Lately, I have been debating on whether or not I should tell him, or at least his younger brother, the truth, since the only reason I befriended him was to get closer to E. I feel guilty every time he tells others our love story because the truth is, I have known him for 10 years, while he's only known me for about 7.
Girl, those some secrets are meant to get you open that mouth and you walk out of the door. I'm like, what the heck? But hey, let's go her some slack. She's a goal girl. She's a goal-oriented lady.
She
She
knew what she wanted and she
and
went for
she create a whole master plan
got him.
to get what she wants. And
There's
she
some
literally, patiently, meticulously, and patiently wait to her moment, and she went and get it. That's scary as fuck. She could be a serial killer.
oh, Pretty Little Liars say two can keep a secret if one of them is dead. So don't tell anyone. Don't tell anyone.
Like they say in
Keep
the
it to yourself.
Pirates of the Caribbean, the men tell no tell.
Yep,
So, lady, just think about it. Just create it. It's like your husband said, it was fate.
you state.
And at the end of the day, who create your own fate? Yourself.
Wow, that's a good point.
Exactly. So it was fate because you worked for it. You humped him down, literally, and stuck him down for years.
What if you were the guy and Paolo confesses to you that he met you years before and he planned all of these just to get you where you are? How would you feel?
Like, damn, boy, I guess that you when you want something, you go for it. So let's plan a business and let's be rich.
Okay, we will
But
proceed.
out of joke, like in a serious. Um, I'd be in shock. I'm like, the fuck? I'd be like, are you a serial killer too? If you meticulously for years since a
Okay,
freshman, I'm sorry, freshman, yes, since freshman. She
freshman year, she was
teenager.
14 and she finally got him when she was a sophomore at college.
So she was like a 20.
Like
So
20, yeah.
6 years. Hey, but my respects to her because that takes some dedication to 6 year little by little putting the seeds and putting some water on and seeing the fruits of your hard work growing.
She manipulated a lot of people along the way. It's not like she just put herself at places where they would find each other,
Mhm.
not just him. She manipulated his little brother and his mom.
Well, she did not manipulate them.
Use them.
She kind of did. But I think up to the,
Oh, that's true. She didn't change them, she used them. But if you think about it, she was 14 when she started this plan. She became best friends with his little brother when she was what, 16 maybe, because she was a sophomore or
no,
15,
15,
15. And
15.
no, she was a junior when they became best friends.
No, the story says that it took me halfway through sophomore years to become
Oh, okay,
best friend
that's good.
with him.
I thought she
So
said you.
it was 15%.
Okay, no, she says it took around halfway of my junior year where we
Oh,
became.
then she was 16.
So 16. Okay. 16, she learned all the things that he liked, that he dislikes, whatever. So her personality came from that. Like you know how much you changed through the years. But if she wanted to please him and to be his new best friend,
Ideal
she
wife
was going to change around to be the perfect girl for him.
would be. It's fucked up. Anyways, it's like,
She doesn't know who
again,
she is. He
yeah,
doesn't know who she is.
yeah, but again, if she opens her mouth, that's over.
Yep, it
Like,
is.
I, I think everybody will be the same way because you don't want somebody to.
You will raise my ego a bit though. I'll be like, damn, you want me that much? That bad? Whoa.
I mean, she can deliver the confession in certain ways, like to raise his ego. And it's like, you know what? I always admire you since I was little, since I met your brother,
Yeah, yeah.
and you are the main reason why I become friends with your brother. So that way, maybe the universe might conspire in our favor and we might end together. And it did. I would definitely left the part. No, even we're going to college. Like, damn, girl, you put your mind that you're going to that college because you got a job offer there and you made it. Like, we have to give her some credit. This girl is determined. Like, I'm honestly amazed. Perfectly executed. Don't mess up your master plan, girl. Now, if your thing is eating you up, you already confess it already. Go to one of those fathers in the church and just let him know, oh, what you feel guilty of.
Yeah.
But if
Don't tell
it's you
anybody else.
every day waking up next to him and say like everything you think is a lie, that will eat me up.
Yeah, I know. Same.
That like maybe that's how she feels now after all these years. Maybe
I
that
think she
guilt is eating.
feels bad that he keeps saying, it's fate that brought us together. And she's like, I am fate.
But again, you create your own fate. You know,
Yeah. So if you were her, you wouldn't say anything.
the guilt will eat me alive.
Like if you were the girl, oh, the guilt will eat you.
Delivering the way that it's more
I
sudden.
don't know. I don't think I will say anything. I think I will keep it
No,
for
you don't have to because you don't want to that thing to eat you up because people get very depressed afterwards. When they have something inside no, doesn't let it out.
Girl, find new hobbies, distract yourself.
Like I said, delivering the news, just leaving the psychopath trail behind. Like keep those little details under the mat.
Okay, update.
Oh Lord.
I'd read a reply saying that the best thing for myself is to keep it a secret, which is what a lot of people are saying. But the best thing for him is to tell him. And I figured that person really is right. I will be telling him this Tuesday on his day off. He deserves to know who he marry. So again, this was June 30, 2023. And then update July 6, 2023. I told him this 4th of July, after the fireworks mostly ended and we were heading back. I asked him in the car, would it have been weird if we met each other before the first time we actually met? But he just didn't think of each other. as significant at the time. He smiled and turned to me, saying, Poof, that's impossible. There's no universe where we will have met and I will not think of you as significant. That statement struck me in the heart because I knew I would soon prove that sentence very wrong. I continue on with my plan anyway. What if I told you we have met each other before? Before that time, I was introduced as his little brother's friend. He looked at me like I was crazy. So that's when I pulled over on the side of the road and pulled out my phone to show him the post I put here before that explained everything. She showed him the post,
The Reddit post?
the Reddit post.
Bitch, you crazy.
Yeah, big mistake.
But
He took about 8 minutes to read the whole thing.
yeah, he's a slow reader.
Uh-huh. And when he finished, he put the phone down and stared straight ahead, almost like he was dumbfounded, scared, and confused all at the same time.
I'd be
I
the same.
Right? I started throwing out every excuse and apology I could muster at the moment for about 15 minutes straight when he decided to tell me to stop, and I did. Then he just sat there and sobbed uncontrollably for about 10 minutes before he finally asked me how much of our relationship and how much of my identity was fabricated according to his liking. I told him the honest truth. None of my personality or identity was fabricated for him, except for the fact of how we met. The only thing I ever changed about myself to make him like me more was lying about liking Chinese food. I hate Chinese food. But other than that, everything else was real. Although my friendship with his younger brother was built upon ill intentions, my friendship between his brother and I are now one of the most genuine friendships I have now. He just cried and told me that he does not want to divorce at all, but he does want us to have some time apart so that he could absorb the truth and that I gave him. He also said that he expects me to tell his brother and mom this Friday because they deserve to know the truth as much as he did. I told him okay, and we drove the rest of the ride home in silence. When we got home, he hugged me and cried for about 5 minutes before he got out of the car, packed his stuff, and said that he will be staying at a nearby hotel for now. He said that he knows that he still loves me, but does not yet know how to react to the fact that the beginning of our relationship was very, very orchestrated. To sum it all up, I guess telling him was a success. I don't know. He sent me a good night and I love you text last night while he was at the hotel. So I guess he's not as mad as he may be betrayed. That's
That's it?
but
Psychopath. I mean, he reacted better than that, I thought. And like she claims that she didn't change much. And you know,
but she showed him the post. She could have just told him bits here and there and they make it sound more sane. Like I like you when I first met you
like I
and
like
I saw
you
your
since that time and everything. I was like fell in love with you. Then I met this guy and coincidentally was your brother. And you know, and once I know your brother, I like your brother, little brother even more. So we became besties.
and I like your mom, and then I met you again, and I were happy, blah blah blah. She could,
Mhm.
say the truth, but in a more sane way, not the crazy stocky
No,
way that she's.
remember, they say sometimes they say like true has ways are lies. And she was trying to get that out of that guilt out of her chest. So if maybe if she said the truth halfway through it, she might still have a guilt inside. So maybe that's why she just let it all out.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, but definitely, my friend, you're a puppet master.
Yeah.
Like
Up
just to you.
to
Hmm?
update to.
You freaking bitch. Okay, go.
Sorry.
It's okay.
I am having a lot of fun with this. Woke up this morning to find out that hubby not only lied about going to a hotel to stay at, but also lied about not wanting a divorce through a text message. He went to his family's home, not a fucking hotel. Told them the entire story himself. Probably exaggerated it to make me seem crazy. His whole family wants nothing to do with me now. Claims I'm a psycho. He
I
says that he,
mean, girl, will you blame them?
yeah, he said that he lied about going to a hotel because he knew if he told me the truth, I would stop him. Honestly, I feel so betrayed.
Oh,
I
are
tried
you
to
the
be a
betray one?
yeah. I tried to be a good wife by showing him the true me, and this is what he does? I did all of this work just to end up like this? Honestly, I kind of deserve it. I didn't even tell him in the first place because I felt bad. I told him because I had a suspicion that he was catching on to the fact that I knew him for 2.5 years before he knew me, largely because I found out he was keeping my old phone in his work desk. My old phone has screenshots of a lot of his old Instagram posts, plans on my note apps about him, etc. So I guess he never truly loved me if he cannot even get past an honest confession like this one. I might update this in a few years when I find a new husband, lol.
If it was not clear from the beginning, this one is definitely psychopath behavior.
My okay, that last sentence
Tells
is
you a lot.
crazy. She is crazy. You know what? He, you did him a favor. He dodged a bullet.
He probably was saying all that stuff for her to keep her like sane and chill while he just escaped himself.
Yeah, maybe he was afraid of her at this point.
Yeah, I mean, I will be.
Yeah. So the first comment says, I once dated a girl who I happen, in quotes, to have walk in to my work after not seeing each other for over 10 years. To have walk into my work after not seeing each other for 10 years. Okay. Turns out she had been stalking me and had been going to every business in the area that looked like the one I was standing in front of, a group photo. I pretty much reacted to it as well as oops X, and I wondered just like now why she thought it was an okay thing to admit, let alone do. Don't do this. It's creepy as fuck. So there's a lot of people that do this. I don't think there is any comments from OP. I think she already said what she had to say. I don't see her commenting anywhere.
Will you think you'll be commenting?
I mean, everybody's probably calling her crazy. Let's read more comments because Uh, so somebody says, rarely am I left speechless on Reddit these days, but this story, da 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 da, crazy shit.
Crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I guess that's the one. The
What?
way that she closed her statement on the last comment is like, girl, you just throwing like psychotic behavior right there. Like, it's no salvation for you. You freaking psychopath. I think, she reminds me of you. Not you, but you the series in
Oh,
Netflix.
when have I done that?
Not you,
I
you,
know you
you
the
the
series
series.
because he stalks the girls
Before and then he plans everything to meet her and then to be close to her. So
and then Love did the same thing to him. So
exactly. So he's pretty much doing that. She did the same shit.
she needs a guy like him, like you. Aunque the guy and Love, they didn't have a good ending technically. They were both too possessive and crazy.
Yes, but again, look the way. Well, at least this one was not super possessive because she's like, "LOL." Well, maybe I found another husband, and then and like,
But
"LOL." I'm
okay,
like, bitch. So
the
you like
fact that
all
she
this
doesn't
work for nothing.
exactly that's what hit me. The fact that she doesn't say, "Oh my God, I lost the person that I love." She say, "All this work for nothing. I feel betrayed." What?
You feel betrayed after you lied for him for who knows how many years.
God. This woman is crazy.
Yep. Anyhow, people, if you are like that, don't be like that.
No, don't be
Yeah.
like that. There's some people, like, I remember there was someone who was like very into all my social media, and I blocked, like, I deleted her, and then she started adding me again, and I will delete it again, and they will try to add me again, and I was like, what are you doing? I just don't want you on my social media. And I will delete it again, and then she will reopen Facebook just to be my friend again, and then I will delete it on Facebook. And then she try befriending my friends and my family used to see some things about me, and I was just like, okay, first of all, if you're trying to be a stalker, you're being dumb, because that's too much work. That's too much work, because there is someone in my life that has a public profile that I always tag, and you can see everything if you want it,
If
of
you
everything that I
want,
tell you to see. So that's very dumb that you haven't figured that out. So you're a bad stalker, even, on top of that. But anyway,
maybe she was trying to be more subtle.
yeah, maybe.
But
Anyway, this
yeah.
is why my things are private. I don't want crazy people
I
looking
have
at
it
it.
at public and then I change it to private. I'm like, and I think my Instagram is public. I don't know. No, it's I change it to private again because I'm like, it's too many crazy people out there.
Too many crazy people. Everything is private. And I used to be the type of person that will post my location where I was at. Not anymore. There's no way I'm doing that anymore.
Post the city, not a specific location.
No, now I do when I leave the place. Once I leave and I'm safely at home, I will post a location. Oh,
I don't post where I'm at the location.
you know, post exactly where. Like if
No,
you're
no, no,
in.
no. I don't post it. I don't posting when I'm at that place.
Oh, okay, yeah, exactly.
Like you do. Like I post things like when I'm out of there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I do now. I leave the place. Once I'm home, I will post where I am. Because then, nobody can follow me because I'm not there. But yeah,
Exactly.
people treat. So you gotta protect everything. Private.
Hmm.
Suki wants more that time, so we're gonna give her some and we're gonna leave you guys.
Yuki wants me to walk.
Oh, is walking time for Suki. Tiki, 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 tiki. Okay,
She's moving her tail like crazy. That you understand, right? You understand what you want, you little girl.
we're gonna bring the leash to you soon.
All right, guys. So we hope that you guys enjoying this freaking oh sorry,
Crazy people,
crazy roller coaster of psychopath thing, live
a
and
lot of crazy secrets.
reveals and unexpected how you get reactions from our last person, very psychotic. So people, please don't be psychotic. If you plan to be with somebody, just be honest. Just work it out from the beginning. If it means to be, it means to be. Otherwise, it's not gonna last. So never know. And you already know, guys. Please send us some comments, like, share, and we appreciate all the love that you guys been sharing with us all past through these weeks. So we truly appreciate it, and just we just want to tell you, we see you, and thank you for seeing us. Until next time, guys. Bye bye.